Last week on Barely Homesteading, we talked about how to open a room up by removing a wall. This week, we're going to be adding a wall to divide a room. Alright, so now that we've got the duct work done for the cold air return, we're actually going to put in a wall here on this side of the room. That's going to close off our storage area here and keep this room where the wood stove is going to be heated and cooled while not affecting the storage where we've got a lot of food storage. So going to be cutting into the drywall back here, find our stud so we can get our wall placed. Alright, so we've got our wall in to break this room up, and now we're going to put in some backers in this wall so that we have something to screw the end of the cement board to. That's going to leave us with a small strip of drywall that we need to install here, but that's fine because down here we've got the clean out for the drain. And we need to keep that open anyway, so it's going to be easier to do that with the drywall than with the tile and the cement board. So let's get these backers in. All right, with that there, we can put in the cement board, and then we're ready to tile. So we're going to attach some 2x4s to drop the ceiling down in this portion of the room, and we're going to do that so that we have a gap between the floor joists and the drywall to be able to run wires from one side of this room to the other. Cat 5, data type wires. So when I cut the drywall off of this existing wall, I made sure to cut it right here at the stud so that I could attach the new wall that we're adding directly to the stud and then just be able to put the drywall right on top of that. Unfortunately, when we put in the new wall, things didn't line up quite right, and so we had to push it back, which means that we now have to replace this drywall that we cut out, and I was a little too hasty in putting this wall up and did not put on any sort of attachment point for the drywall. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take some pieces of plywood, we're going to put it behind this stud and attach it to the back side of the stud so that we have somewhere to attach the drywall to. The way we're going to do that is we're going to put some wood glue on here, clamp it on, and put some screws in. We got to be really careful about how deep we put the screws in because we don't want to puncture the vapor barrier that I've already patched in several places where I cut it with when I was taking the drywall off. So that gives us somewhere for the drywall to get attached to. We're going to let that glue dry, and then we'll put on this section of drywall, and then we can start putting drywall onto the new wall. So we've got the supports in for the drywall. I also finished off all of the permanent electrical work on this new wall, so we are ready to go ahead and hang all the drywall. So now that we got the wall up and all the drywall in, we can move on to putting the door in and installing the tile. We're going to talk about installing the tile next because we have to get the tile in order for the wood stove to get put in. The door can come later. So stay tuned next week when we talk about installing the tile. Until then, this is Lumberjack for Barely Homesteading saying use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye.